The Premier League is back, guys. Yes. This weekend we are going to go back to watching football, having football to comment on, and bringing content to you. Yes, the Premier League is back, starting this Friday with Liverpool playing Bournemouth. Yes, Liverpool playing Bournemouth, the current champions, going to have the season opener on Friday. So, guys, we all know what that means. Premier League predictions. We have to have a Premier League prediction, especially my take. What you all think, I am going to think. You have to stick around to see. Yes, you have to stick around. But guys, please like, comment, subscribe, turn on that bell notification. Subscribe, especially if you're new. Guys, let's get into it. We are going to start this table from the bottom, go up. So who's going to get relegated? Who's going to get the European spot? And who's going to be the champion? So let's go. 20th position. This team just got promoted, but I think it's going right back down. Yes, Leeds United is going to be rock bottom. Rock bottom. I think they are an okay team for the championship, but I don't think they're still not ready for the Premier League. They're going to get beaten so badly in so many games. They're going to drop so many points that they're going to be dead last. So, yes, Leeds United, 20th position. In 19th position, this team got promoted as well. Yes, this team got promoted. Burnley. I think Burnley is going to be in the 19th position. They bought Armando Broja from Chelsea. Yes, my Chelsea, they bought Armando Broja, but Armando Broja can't seem to remain fit. So I think him not going to be fit is going to cause Burnley, and they will be lacking striking options. So they just might get relegated, but not might, they will. That's what I seem to believe. 19th position for them. In 18th position, yes, we're moving fast with this Premier League prediction table. 18th position, I am saying Wolverhampton Wanderers. Yes, last season they struggled. They struggled. Even with their talented Cunha, who's now gone to Manchester. Yes, he's gone to Manchester. I think they're losing Cunha and a lack of purchases in the transfer window is going to hurt them. And this time, they will be in a relegation battle and they will just get relegated. Wolverhampton Wanderers in the 18th position. Yes, those are the bottom three. Leeds United, Burnley, and Wolverhampton Wanderers, all three of them will be relegated. Right? So, we're moving along. 17th position, Bournemouth. I put them in 17. They were so good last season because they had Dean Huijsen, who's now gone on his way to Madrid. He's gone to Madrid. Madrid bought him early. Dean Huijsen, they lost one of their best players in Dean Huijsen. I think this is going to be a step too much for them this time around, because they didn't just lose Dean Huijsen, they lose one or two other players as well. I think this is going to be bad, and I think they are going to be in a relegation battle, but they're just going to be safe and survive to remain in the Premier League. So Bournemouth 17th place. In 16th position, Brentford. Just like Wolverhampton Wanderers, they lost one of their key players in Mbeumo to Manchester United. I think, and they could also still get raided on before the transfer window closes. But yeah, Brentford in 16th place. I think they were so good last season. I don't think they could sustain that, and while losing these players as well. So I think they're going to be in 16th place. In 15th position, I have Sunderland, one of the promoted teams. Yes, finishing in the 15th position, not getting relegated. Sunderland did so much business. They did so much business. They bought a lot of players. Now, this could either make or break Sunderland, right? It's either those players click or they don't. But even with the players, they have abundance of talent, I think they are going to be the ones to stay up. They bought, if they bought Shaka from Arsenal ex-player, they bought him from Germany to bring him. They bought a lot of players, so it's just to get them clicking. But I think they will be all right. They have abundance of talent. I think they will be all right. West Ham United. West Ham didn't do much business in the transfer window as well, and they lost one of their star man in, what's his name, to Sunderland. Mohamed. What's his name now? Yeah, he gone to Tottenham, right? So yeah, I think West Ham will finish 14. That's basically they're floating around. Graham Potter, let's see what he could do with this team with no kind of budget. So yeah, Sunderland in 50. West Ham in 14 position. West Ham in 14. 13 position. Fulham. This is their area, right? From 10th to 13, 14. That's their area. They are basically consistent in that area. So I'm leaving them there. 13. Crystal Palace. I put them in 12th position. They, just like Fulham, they always float around in that area, so it's not much we can really say about them. They could, if they lose their star man, they could be lower down the table in Eze, because Arsenal has been reported to want to raid on Crystal Palace to get Eze. Also, if they lose Mark Guehi to Liverpool, because Liverpool is having a defense crisis, and we saw today that Crystal Palace themselves beat Liverpool in the Community Shield, so they might just want to come and get their talisman, their captain in Mark Guehi. So let's see what happens. They could either, if they lose those two players, Crystal Palace could be lower down the table, right? In 11th position, I have Brighton. Brighton is one of those teams they could finish in and around from the 6th to 10th position. Well, yeah, from the 6th to 10th position, but I have them 11 this time, especially if Manu come and get their CDM, I forget his name right now. I think that could damage them a little bit. Brighton is a selling club, is a stepping stone club, so they had a real good season last year, and I think they're in Europe, or they are not, something like that. But I think the 11th place is gonna be where they finish. In 10th position, yes, 10th position, I have Manchester United. Yes, Manchester United, 10th position. Yes, they bought Embremo and Cunha and Sesko, but I think Sesko is going to struggle at Manchester United. Lack of creativity is going to kill them. Manchester United is going to be just as bad, but they will still be a little better than the teams that are below them. So I put them 10th. I mean, let's see what Amorim could conjure up with this team, but I think inconsistency and inexperience is going to play, and Manchester United are going to be losing a lot of games, and as I said, Cisco is going to struggle, and I think that basically is the wrong profile for Manchester United. They needed a guy to hold up the ball to bring in Embremo and Cunha, and they went for Cisco. So I think they're going to finish in 10th position. In 9th position, Nottingham Forest. Teams wanted to raid on Nottingham Forest's team. Newcastle got one of their player in Anthony Alanga, and Tottenham wanted to come and take Morgan Gibbs White, but Nottingham Forest put a hold on that, and they said, no, you're not getting our player because they have aspirations and things to do in Europe. So I think Europe is going to be a hard thing to control with Europe Premier League and the other small cups, and I think they're going to falter this season. They are going to finish, I have them in 9th place. So 9th for Nottingham Forest. In 8th position, Everton is looking impressive this preseason. They have their old manager back before he left and went to Manchester United 12 years ago, right? They have their old manager back. in David Moyes. David Moyes is doing wonders with this Everton team. I think he's back where he really belongs, and that is he needs to stay there and build back up that team. And they look good. They are looking good. I have them in 8th position. They could either finish higher, which I totally believe they could. So, but 8th position as of right now, they will just get a European spot. I think that's the 8th spot is the Conference League. So let's see how that goes. Right, in 7th position, Tottenham Hotspur. I have Tottenham Hotspur in the 7th position. Tottenham, I think they can't do any worse than they did last season. They and Manchester United. Tottenham finished 17th last year, guys. 17th. Right? They can't be that bad. And they bought Mohamed Kudus from West Ham. They have a little bit of quality, although their preseason is a little up and down. But I think they still, they won't want to finish there again. They wouldn't want to finish there again. Right? They have a new manager in Thomas Frank. Thomas Frank is a good manager. I think he will come in and do bits with this Tottenham team, and he will whip them into shape. And yeah, I have them finishing 7, please. 6th place, Newcastle United. Yes, the team that getting their pants pulled down. This, sorry about that, guys. The noise, I know. Sorry about that. Yes, Newcastle United getting their pants pulled down in this whole transfer window. Yes, Liverpool, Chelsea, Manchester United pulling down their pants and taking all the transfers that they wanted. Yes, Newcastle, they only basically got one of their main target, I should say, in Anthony Alanga from Nottingham Forest. Anything else, they get their pants pulled down. Cunha, Embremo, Sesko, Ekiteke. They're even losing their own star man in Alexander Isak, but he isn't gone yet. Let's see how that goes. If Alexander Isak does stay, I think that's going to be very hard to amend that relationship, seeing that it was so broken and Alexander Isak already wanted to leave. But yeah, not Newcastle, we don't know. I have you all in 6th place. This could either go real bad for you or it could go real good. Let's see who you acquire in the rest of the transfer market. And Nicholas Jackson. Yeah, come in for him. Yes, Nicholas Jackson. So yeah, guys. But yeah, Newcastle United, 6th position. Let's see what happens. You could either finish higher or lower. In 5th position, I have Aston Villa. Aston Villa, I put them there, although they hardly did any signings in the transfer market, and they basically lose the 2 players that was on loan in Marcus Rashford and Asensio. I think they still have enough quality to play in Europe, in Europa League. The Europa League right now, seeing that they did over the whole Champions League structure, the Europa League right now isn't all that difficult. So I think they could have a chance in that. They could go a long way. And yeah, I think they and Newcastle are just those 2 levels there, 5th and 6th. So yeah, Aston Villa, let's see what happens. You and Newcastle, you all could fluctuate. Right, now is where we get into the top 4. Right, so Aston Villa, Europa League, Newcastle, Europa League, Tottenham and Everton in Conference League. But that could change depending on who win Carabao Cup and FA Cup and stuff like that, because you know those things influence those things, right? So now we are getting to the European places and the top 4 here. Right, so in top 4 position, in the 4th position, I have Manchester City. Yes, Manchester City I have in the top 4 position. Man City defense is a problem. Their problem, I think their defense is weak. I don't know how that happened, but it's really shaky. They bought so many signings as well. It's for these players to gel. Shirky, Reinders, and these players, how they're going to cope in this Premier League. This is going to be a tough league for them, right? I think they just will gel, but their defense is going to let them down. Their defense, I don't know what's going on with their defense. All of a sudden, these guys that playing together for however long, they're just leaking. I think there's lack of CDM, especially Rodri, how he was out last season, that hampered them. He's back now, but I don't know if he's the same player that he was, but remains to be seen. But I have them in 4th position, right? In third position, Arsenal Football Club. Yes, I have Arsenal Football Club in 3rd position. Arsenal finished 2nd 3 years in a row. 3 years, right? I keep telling Arsenal fans that no football club is going to sit around and wait on Arsenal to get better and win the Premier League. To me, I think they had one real good title challenge. The first year that they challenged Manchester City and pushed Manchester City and they lost it. They bottled it at the end. I think that was the year. And last season, they should have won the Premier League. I don't think teams are going to sit around and wait on Arsenal anymore. They are going to get to it. Arsenal fans are going to be upset, but they are going to get to it. Teams around them are doing the business. They are doing the business. Arsenal is going to get 3rd place. Sorry about that, guys. Arsenal is going to get 3rd place. I have them there, right? So, 2nd position, my team, Chelsea Football Club. Chelsea Football Club is starting to come together in terms of players, the depth, what the owners and sporting directors said to Chelsea fans 3 seasons ago. This is where they want to be. This is where they're going to be at. And this is starting to shape up nicely. I think Chelsea is going to compete, but I think competing in more than one different competition is going to hamper them from challenging in the Premier League. Well, they will be challenging, but to go on like real consistency and like to actually win it, I think that is going to hamper them. So I have Chelsea as runners up and the champions to retain their title. Liverpool Football Club to retain the Premier League. They're going to get back their trophy. I think the signings that they made in Hugo Ekitike, right? Him especially, Frimpong, Kirkes, they are buying depth. They bought depth. If they get Alexander Isak, I think that they're going to be a level above everybody. They are going to take. What is going to let down Liverpool is their defense, and it showed today. Teams are going to counter-attack on Liverpool. Kirkes and Frimpong like to bomb forward a lot, and they're going to leave holes in the back, right? If Liverpool can manage to fix that, if Slot can manage to fix that, I think Liverpool gonna be alright. If they go out and get Guehi, I think they're gonna be alright. But guys, Liverpool champions again. This is my Premier League prediction. Tell me what you all think. Tell me who you feel going to get relegated, who going to get the European spot, and who is going to be your champions. But this is my table. This is how the table is going to look after 38 game played. Match weeks. So guys, tell me if you like your boy prediction. Please like, comment, subscribe, turn on them bell notifications to keep up to date with all my content. Guys, the Premier League is near to restarting. Yes guys, we missed it. We missed it. We missed it. We missed it. Yes, 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 yes,